Bokuto should talk her back. Do you know who S this is? They are trying to block out. Do you know who S that is?
It was just shooting
Going up his ass.
his back,
His back.
and his hair. The most feasible way is to please the spirit.
It is Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. Wow. Anyway, yesterday I stopped. I was telling one of the movies that I saw, giving me, I would say, the tales of history of ENKI. I don't know if it's actual history, but giving me the tales of ENKI. There are many movies I watched before we got to this one. So in this one though, ENKI and his children, ENKI and his children have been put off of Pilates. Now they are giving to the moon. They are giving the moon to stay on. They are not to multiply because they are pink and they are not to multiply. However, they multiply, but they tell you different when they tell you the Bible. In the garden, they say they were not to multiply. And when they were put out of the garden, that's when they say, be fruitful and multiply. But that is when Enoch said, do not multiply. Your children are not to multiply. They multiply with each other. That is called inbreeding. And that's what they do. It's in their DNA. They cannot help it. While on the moon, man, all kind of shit happened. I'm not going to tell you what happened. The whole movie. It would take me too long to tell you the whole movie. Anyway, ENKI's children, wow, they were smart as fuck. That is one thing they did have. They had the cunning brain cells. Very, very cunning they were. They even got the ship that took them to the moon. Once they got to the moon, it was already computerized or whatever. Once it gets to the moon, it shuts down. It cannot move. And they were supposed to die there. And once ENKI did not have to go with them, but ENKI wanted to go with them because he had created them. So when they get on the moon, this is a movie now, remember. So when they get on the moon, his children, they go buck wild. They begin to inbreed. They even had babies that they would eat. Yes. And ENKI saw this, and he was just one. And he had these children who kept inbreeding and kept having babies or kids. And the movie is kind of like what you would see the zombies. And they came for ENKI because ENKI had some unmelanated kids that were not so wicked. And ENKI and his kids that were not so wicked were wanting to stop the wicked ones. But they were even too powerful for ENKI. Isn't that awesome? When your children become too powerful for you to put their asses in line. So ENKI began to cry to Anu. That's why sometimes when I talk to him, he says something to me. I say, what did you say, you little bitch? Because he began to cry to Anu. Anu was not hearing it. Even his sister and his mom, they call them N2. It's the reason why their names is N2, but I'm not going to get in it. But that is not their original names. But I will keep the word N2 because I like it. Okay? And it's easy for me to break the codes. Now, his Ima N2, she could not go against the 9 heads and save her child. His baby sister, who is Enlil's twin sister, no one tells you that, but in the movie, she is always Enlil's twin sister. And so, Antu also hears. Everyone hears. He's crying to Anu. Everyone hears. And to his sister, she closes her ears, or she wants to close her ears. It's hard, but she closes her ears to her brother that she cares for. She really cares for her brother. ENKI, she cares for her brother Inla too, but she really cares for ENKI because ENKI is her elder brother. So they close their ears, but Inla does not. That is Inla's elder brother. And Inla cares so much for his brother. He appears sometimes to care more for his brother than he does his parents. So Inla goes to ENKI, and he says, I know he is your son. That does not mean much to you. But to me, he is my brother. He is my blood. He has made a grave mistake. They kept using this word grave mistake because they turned out to be dead. Blonde hair. You see, they put blonde hair. He just needed blue contacts. And they turn out to be dead. So that's why he say grave mistake. Not mistake, a mistake. So, Anu, Enlil is Anu's favorite, kind of like in the Bible, you know, Abel is Cain's favorite. Abel is God's favorite. So I'm going to say in this one, Anu will be God, okay? So, Anu, he cares more for Enlil than he does for ENKI, because ENKI, I would say, is more so self-willed or something. But anyway, ENKI was kind of crooked, it appears. So, he cared more for Enlil. He gave Enlil more attention too. It could be why ENKI turned out the way he did. So Enlil tells Anu all these things. Wait, Enlil sees and how Enlil has seen things since he can remember. There are pictures too. One day maybe I will go to the pictures and prove to you what I am seeing. Now, there are pictures on the internet. So now, Enlil says, you gave me all your attention. You did not give ENKI attention. Anu says, because Enlil is an attention getter. If you are trying to get my attention, you do this, you do that, just to get my attention, I will not give it to you. But Enlil keeps talking. And Enlil says, maybe there's a possibility I'm not getting your attention and wanting your attention so bad, and you giving me all your attention has made my brother this way. So Enlil says, finally, he has never spoken back to his Abba. He has never said anything out of the way to his Abba. So finally, Enlil says, ENKI has done a grave mistake, yes. He said, but I am going to blame you for it. Anu, I am going to blame you for it. You created ENKI, the same as you created me and my twin sister into. And now he needs you, and you just leave him. You just leave him there. So Anu told him, I am going to get a chariot, and I am going to go and save my brother. I will take some with me to fight the dead ones. They are the dead ones or the crooked ones. So since Enlil was going to go and do it on his own, Anu knew if he went and took, since Enlil was gone, they still call themselves the Nine Heads because there are more than 9 heads. It's just called the 9 Heads for a reason. So they all get together and they decide they are going to beam ENKI up. They're not going to go and get ENKI. They're going to beam him up. Like, Scotty, beam me up. Now, this is a movie, okay? So now, finally, Anu decides he's going to go and he is going to save ENKI's bitch ass, because he is a bitch ass. I mean, crying. You created these things like Frankenstein, and now you cannot stop them. Now they are ready to even eat you. They are ready to eat their creator. the one who has made them, and you are crying to someone who has taught you all your life not to mess with DNA, but you mess with it anyway, and now you are crying. You need help. And the word help is E-L, is God. So now they go and they beam him up. After they see he is safe, he has no harm, but he is safe. Mentally, he is disturbed a little, but not disturbed in a wicked way. More so disturbed to make yourself depressed. So ENKI tells everything that is going on the moon, and that's how you get the craters in the moon. There was a war, lasers. That's what the movie Star Wars is about. I've never seen Star Wars. I've seen clip here, clip there. I don't remember it. I may see how the people looked in it or something. And then Darth Vader, he was a good person. And then now Darth Vader is a bad person. In a sense of a way, Darth Vader, he represents ENKI. See, so I see many, many movies. If I have someone besides the dolls to play what I know, what I see, wow, we will have our own movies. And our children will be different because our children will be learning the correct history, which is our story instead of their story. That's why they call it his story. Because it's his story. And they are always telling his story. They'll write us in every now and then because they need our energy. Now let's get back to this faggot motherfucker, Johnny Depp. I did not know he was a faggot like this. But I did enjoy his movie, Edward Scissorhands, and I think it's a movie, it was called Chocolate or something like that. To me, they were really good movies, although I saw the analogies in it. Yes, I did. I saw them in there. That made it a good movie. I just did not know he was a faggot to dress in clothes. That I did not know. Everyone in Hollywood, why you think they call it Holly? Holly is a female. My Abba said, the females in America is so prevalent that a man will leave his wife to go inside another man. Now, I would like to tell you a story of my god sister. Teresa is my god sister. That is the one I claim to be my god sister. The rest are her sisters. One of her sisters, oh, she thought she was this, she thought she was that. Oh my goodness gracious. And I think she married a man. His last name has something to do. I know his last name. There was the name of Cleaners. Boy, did she need to be clean afterwards. She thought she was all that. She really did. I think she was in the military too. And she thought she was all that. And she met this bright-skinned dude. Oh, she loved him. He loved her. This and that. After a couple of months, maybe only a couple of weeks of knowing him, they have this big-ass wedding. Huge, pretty wedding. And his best man is there. So now, maybe a couple of weeks after they are married, and her mom warned her of this man, not knowing that the man was gay, but knew something was going on with this man. Her mom warned her. She is my godmother. I claim her as my godmother. She warned her daughter of this man, but her daughter would not heed because her daughter knew so much. You know, now your children know more than you these days. You know, because things have changed. You know, it's not 1919 or it's not the days of Moses. You know, things have changed now. So now your children run shit. So she married him. 2-3 weeks in, not even a month, she wakes up. She hears sounds and she wakes up. Her husband is not next to her. So the house is dark, but she hears these sounds like moans. So she sneaks from her bedroom to the living room, and she finds her husband in the best man's ass. And her mom told her, I told you something was wrong with that motherfucker. Now, Who is the best man? Her daughter was not the best man because her daughter was a female. He married the daughter so he can play around. Now, if she is a sucker, she sucked his dick, how many times did she have shit in her mouth? Even when she has sex with him, how many times did she have shit in her vagina? That can give you worms in your vagina. And in hell, the worms will crawl over you. Remember, that girl read that out of the books. Now let's get back to this faggot ass motherfucker. It is almost 16 minutes in. Lahiba ut.